All right. So first and foremost, I hope you don't hear my cat in the background. But if you do, if you hear weird noises like it sounds like a bag ruffling, it's actually their tunnel. And I also have another cat that's really close to me making a lot of noise. So if you hear all that, I apologize. It's my cats. Anyway, so today we're working on the farmer. As far as the profession houses, I'm going to be basically replacing all the houses that I destroyed in the first episode. These are all profession houses first, and then I'm going to add some other buildings later. But yeah, I'm using mangrove and cherry wood for this, and I'm using the Mythical Sausages tutorial for his Plains Villagers professions or Plains Villager profession houses. So yeah, I'm gonna be obviously using his tutorial and like changing a lot of things up honestly because that's what I do and I use his tutorials for inspiration. So I really go ham here and I turn this into such a nice home. I honestly really love his tutorials. They're really, really good and really, really well worth looking at. If you haven't already checked them out, I'd be really surprised because he's quite popular as far as in the YouTube and Minecraft community. Um, I'm sorry, my cats are being really loud right now. But yeah, so you'll see me playing with some stuff like some wood, like not wood types, but items and stuff that comes with some of the add-ons that I have added for my Realms Plus server. And that's exactly what I'm using. I'm using Realms Plus, which is Bedrock or Microsoft version of Minecraft. This is the first time I've ever used it, and I am obsessed. I love it. I love Realms Plus. It's so cool. There's so many things I can do without having to deal with mods, which relieves so much stress from me. But anyway, I do get the farmer's house done, and it looks so cool at the very end. But there's gonna be some little things here and there that I'll pop in and give a little voiceover and tell you guys the like process and stuff and what's going on. And then there's some voiceovers in game, as you will soon see. Well, I could not help myself, and I had to spawn in this glow shape. It looks absolutely crazy, and I do promptly kill it because I don't want it in spawn. So here we go. We're gonna take out a special gun, and I'm going to promptly shoot it. So there's going to be a chimney here, but I decided to use the mangrove wood instead of like stone or cobblestone and stuff because I thought it just looked better. I might change this up later after I have a look at it a little bit more after I just kind of look at everything. I don't really know. I kind of like the fact that it's this red color. So I might end up using bricks instead. So that way it sticks with that really nice red color, but I'm not really 100% sure yet. It's in the air right now as far as what I'm gonna do, and I guess you'll see towards the end if I do end up changing it right away or not. When the village is actually completely finished, I will go ahead and show you guys around the entire village. So this might be different in the future. If it's not different, then it means that I liked how it turned out, so it stayed. But for now, I'm using mangrove. I really like how it looks. I love the red. It just looks so pretty, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna keep it or not. Like I said, the brick might come in because I think I like the brick a little bit more. I'm trying to really find a balance between using this really stark difference in colors too, like the pink and the mangrove red. I really love how this turned out, and so I'm using pink right here, but I completely was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go and do the sides first in pink, and then I'm gonna do mangrove in the middle, and then the side roof is actually going to be all pink. And I think I did a really good job here. I really like it. It'd be wild. It'd be so crazy if he actually saw this. I really want to know what he would think about the color choice that I went with. it's a very unique color choice, and I went with it. I really tried to make it look different because how he does it in his video, he uses like different textures and stuff, which I really love. I try to go with that, but it doesn't really stick very well with the woods, especially because like the stairs or the stairs are not as they don't have as diverse of textures, so it's really hard to make different textures as far as. And I tried over here. And I think I went back and changed it back to just the regular. I'm not really sure regular planks, but I just really wanted to use as many of the textures as I could that these add-ons had, because there's just so many cool add-ons. There's so many cool woods like textures and stuff. And I ended up, I think, yeah, I stuck with the stripped look because it looked a lot better for the pink sides there. But yeah, so we're looking on the roof here, and I go through different designs. I end up actually just sticking with his original design, because I kept trying to make it like kind of curved, and it just really wasn't working out. So I went with his original design for this particular house. And there's going to be a window on each side. I should have done both sides here at the same time, because I have to constantly go back and forth to see how I did it on the other side. But I do end up, there is a window on each side of this roof, and it looks so good. Again, like I said, he does great tutorials. They look really, really, really good. I eventually actually also add some flower boxes, which I will be putting flowers in towards the end of the video here. Or you'll probably see screenshots or video of that when the whole thing is finished. But I really love how this area turned out. And I'm a little bit nervous about running out of space for all the villager houses, plus some other buildings that I have planned. I always get a little nervous, but I really like to add a lot of extra detail to each house and make it look like somebody actually lives there, or somebody, actually tends to the area. And over here is where I do a little bit more terraforming, to try and fit in these stairs to lead up to the house. And I end up doing quite a lot of terraforming here to make it really, really, really fit. And I keep pushing out the land and the stairs to try and make it all fit. And I get a little obsessed with doing this, but I really want to make it look nice and have it make sense. And then, of course, have enough room for a nice garden and stuff as well. So I keep testing it and figuring it out. And eventually I'm just like, yeah, it needs to be further away because it just looks really silly where it's at. So I do push it out quite a bit. And I like it here. And I actually really like the pathing. But again, it's like one of those things. Will I change it? I don't know. I tried the cherry blossom, and I go to the mangrove because it just looks better. So I do like a mixture of the pathing and then the mangrove and stone brick as well. And I think it looks really, really cool. But again, this might change. It might not change. I don't know. It's kind of more of a test run to see if I like it. But I think I like it. I think I really like the pathing. And I think I might go with that henceforth. I get really distracted so easily. You can really see the ADHD come out when I sit there and do these random things. Like down the line here, I'm gonna name this deer that keeps coming about. I named him eventually. I couldn't help myself. I keep looking at the villagers and stuff like that, especially the merchants that are spawning in, because there's so many different types with the add-ons that I have. Another really cool thing about the add-ons, especially in Realms Plus, is that people don't have to purchase or do anything to enjoy them. I have to be the only one to purchase. If they're purchasable add-on, I have to be the one to do it. And nobody else has to do it. They just have to download them, and that's it. And they can enjoy the add-ons with me in my game, which I think is so freaking cool. Like, that is such a neat idea. But here you go. You can see how the roof turned out. And I love how the roof turned out. It's so cute. I really like the contrast between the cherry and the mangrove. I think it looks so nice. And again, you can see the chimney here. I really think I'm going to end up changing it to brick. And I'm trying different ideas with this chimney, and I ended up going with the default look. I think it looks really cool. But there's the deer. I saw him and I was like, I might have to take that deer. I might have to name him because he's super cool. And I do just that. So I couldn't help myself and I had to name this deer that I saw. I kept seeing him and I was like, okay, well, he's just too perfect. So his name's gonna be Cherry because I can't think of anything original. I might change it to Sakura later, for cherry blossom trees. But for now, he's Cherry and he stays at spawn. He's gonna live here forever. I do let him loose eventually. He doesn't stay, tied up forever. I do let him loose, I promise. But I'm an original name giver of animals in Minecraft. Sure, yeah. So I love these extra like fruit bushes or not bush like just trees and fruits and stuff like that. But man, I get so they pop up on their own. I think they grow on their own, and I keep seeing them and I keep destroying them. I get so distracted that I keep destroying them. But here we are trying to figure out these shutters. They don't actually do anything. They don't actually work. So you just put them on the side like I do soon here. Nope, I keep trying, but it's not going to work. There we go. I put them on the side to add a little extra detail. Nice shutter. I like the red. Again, I love how the mangrove looks against the pink. That's just my opinion. I think it looks really, really cool. And I do actually end up replacing the campfires for slabs because it again like the campfires are great but they don't match at all. They're too stark of a difference in color, so I do end up actually changing those. And again, as you can see, I am terraforming once again because I felt like I didn't have enough room for the farmland. So I do quite a lot of terraforming here, but not too much. I don't get too crazy. I could have definitely gone a little bit more nutty with the terraforming, but I didn't. I decided not to. So this doesn't take me very long to do, and I honestly really like how the farmland turned out. I used cherry wood. I actually used the fencing that came with an add-on first, but it turns out that mobs can jump over it. So kind of not good when you're trying to like protect, and for some reason the villagers were not using the doors. So I don't know if that's something, I'm not really sure. But they weren't using them. So I went back to just the default Minecraft fencing and gates. And then I hide this water underneath the house. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I try and figure out like the spacing and stuff. How am I gonna do that? I figured it out eventually. I know I could have used my space a little bit more better, but I really do like how the farmland turned out actually quite a lot. Here we go. We're gonna put some water down. I'm gonna use I used the trapdoors first, and it didn't really look that good. So I was like, no, we're gonna go with the slabs. And this little bison, baby bison, kept showing up, and it would not leave the area. I felt bad, but I had to end up killing it because it just would not leave the area at all. I love how I did the padding with the slabs. In my opinion, I think it looks really, really good. I really do like how this turned out. And of course, I had to do some more terraforming because I was running out of space. And I was trying to make things a little even. And I used some of the add-on crops. And I don't think the villagers can actually... I don't think the villagers can actually do anything with them. So I'm probably going to go back to use normal Minecraft vanilla crops because I want the villagers to be able to actually use the crops, because right now they can't. They don't seem to be actually gathering them, or even doing anything with them. So I'm probably going to change them, but they do look so cool. So I probably will end up making like another farmland or area that uses them. Maybe like a greenhouse, something like that, and then that way people can come grab some if they need crops or something like that in the game. Because I really want to use them. They're actually really, really cool looking. And as you can see here, I used this dang fence, and I didn't really realize. I think John actually had told me at one point that they can jump over them, but I completely had forgotten that they could until this dang bison just would not stop. He would not stop. He'd look at him, he's all over the place. I was just like, I've had enough of your shenanigans. You're out of here. So here we go, lighting up the area, of course. But I do end up changing. They're really cute fencing. It's really cute fencing if you're using it in a safe area or in an area that you don't mind things coming over the fence, because mobs can literally go over the fence, and so you got to be really careful how you use this fencing if you have this fencing. It's not practical. It'll be good like if it's within a safe area and you're just making a nice cute little area with fencing and you don't mind things hopping over it. Definitely not good for keeping mobs out or in. So, and then I'm having a really weird issue with the composters. They were filling up with water, so I'm gonna have to see how that plays out. I don't know. I might end up changing the blocks around them into slabs instead, because that way there shouldn't be water like escaping and getting into there. But like I said, here we go. We're changing the campfires, of course, and that looks so much better in my opinion. And then we're gonna make a path to the actual garden or farmland. And we're getting really close to the ending here. I mean, it's going to take a little bit longer, but I really love how this area turned out. It looks very personable. It looks like somebody actually lives there and actually has this like large area of land. And I do expand on the farmland itself. And I also expand on the land here that you can see me putting this fencing on, which I replaced all of it. Because again, I was having issues with mobs getting over the fence. Especially villagers. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I released Cherry. He has been released. He is free. But yeah, I do expand on this a little bit more just because I was like, I'm having some issues. I'm having issues having space, so I do expand on this. And I get a little bit crazy. I get a little overzealous with terraforming, but I do end up stopping terraforming, and I go back and I look at everything, and I'm just like, I'm having issues here. Let's fix this. So here is me figuring all this out, opening the gates, and like I go back, and I'm like, and this is when I realized what was happening. I was like, okay, no, you need to stop. And then I was just like, well, screw it. I can't make this higher. I might as well just use the default vanilla fencing. And here I go. I think I was feeling a little bit defeated here because I mean I love the fencing that I have. The add-on that adds the fencing is really, 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 really pretty. It's thicker. It looks really, really nice. But it's just not practical for keeping mobs out or in. And I really wanted this space to be like truly blocked off because it's a 2-block high, cliff there. And I like how that looks. So I was just like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and use the default fencing. So here it is at this stage right now. And as you can see, I'm expanding because I felt that they look so nice. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's very, very peaceful, actually. But I do end up, of course, adding lighting because it was dark, and I realized once I get off of peaceful mode, it's going to be way too dark, and it's definitely going to be mob spawning. I also plan to fix that issue with the surrounding like cliffs and everything. It's going to be too dark, and I have a plan for that, so don't worry about that. I will have no mobs that are bad spawning on my in my spawn. And of course, I'm starting to pretty it up a little bit by adding some cherry trees and putting lighting on them. It's kind of a neat trick to add some really nice lighting because it looks really nice, but it adds safety. It's like a safety measure. I've also added, or I will be adding the invisible, like, I call them like creative lights because you can't actually use them in game. They're completely for creative use only or admin use only. And they are really, really, really helpful because you can place them anywhere and it'll add some lighting. But normal people will not be able to see that lighting. It just adds a nice effect and it keeps the area safe because it adds light. And as you can see, I'm replacing the fencing here too, because I realized that the mobs were getting in and it was getting on my nerves. So I was just like, yeah. And this guy got stuck. So I don't know what's going on with the crops here, but for some reason the villagers can't really do anything with them. I guess. I think I think they get stuck. And that wasn't really a farmer, but he was getting actually stuck. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna take those out, and replace them with just vanilla crops because I was having too many issues with them. They look really cool, but I'll add them later to another area that I won't have to worry about that so much. But yeah, this is pretty much how it looks on the outside. And I do have to expand it a little bit more because I get a little bit weird with how things connect and how things look. So the fencing was connecting to the outside fencing and it was just the whole thing. So I do end up expanding this as well, but the end results are so nice. I really hope that you like the end results here. You'll see here in just a moment how it looks on the outside. I really, really do love it. This is the first area of many to come, and I will be showing you the interior here very, very, very soon, and the whole thing all done, all ready to go, all ready for a village or villager. Hello, and we're at the end of the video. Of course, as I have promised, we're going to go check out the new house that I have finished. Is the farmer house, and it has gone over a couple different changes. First and foremost, we have an awning above the doorway, and I love it. And then, of course, as you saw in the video, I have planted a few trees for lighting. We've got some flower boxes going. Lovely garden here. And I think it looks so good. I really, really like how this looks a lot. I love the pathing. It looks nice. And farmer villagers should be able to get in here and do their farming. If they don't, it's okay. It's no big deal. You can come in here if you're on my realm server and gather some food. As long as you replant, I don't mind. And of course here, I plan to do a glow effect and of course a dye effect on there. Right now, it is raining and dark, so the villagers are all gathered around the single only house in existence on this very interesting area here. But inside we have, of course, oh shit. We have some villagers. We have some villagers. A nice little kitchen, cooking area, lighting, which can turn on and off. You can also access the cupboards and these over here as well. This light can turn on and off. And again, you can access these as well as the bed. And then upstairs is just a simple little study or little place where you can store your food or, you know, eat or make a bedroom or, you know, really it's mainly just for looks. But yeah, I think it turned out really, really cute. We have a ton of villagers here because it's the only building in the area. Hopefully that'll change very, very quickly. But yeah, we've got, I really do love how this turned out. I really like the pathing and everything. I think I'm going to stick with that. It looks really nice. I did change the chimney to brick and over here, of course, to brick as well. I think it looks really nice. It matches well enough and I really like it a lot. Plus, it makes it look more different and it stands out. So, but yet again, all credit goes to the Mythical Sausage on YouTube. He has lots of videos on his page, and he's been around for a long time. I would say he's a pretty well known Minecrafter. He's definitely been in the game for a hot minute, and he's really great at what he does. He's very creative, and I love using his house, especially the plains profession houses a lot, and I just changed them up slightly to match my personal preference and taste. But if you check out his YouTube channel, you know, he's got lots of videos and he's very good at what he does. He also does some RP in Minecraft and stuff like that as well. So that's a lot of his videos, and then some build videos as well. But great YouTuber, definitely worth checking out. So definitely, again, all credit for the building and the tutorial that I used all goes to him. I did not create this building on my own. I used his tutorial, and I just changed things up a little bit to match my preferences and what I wanted for this world. So yeah, if you would like, you can subscribe so you do not miss any future videos from me, especially for Minecraft, and hit the like button because that will tell me that you're enjoying this series, and it really does actually help. Thank you so much for the love and support you guys have given me. I plan to post for sure more Minecraft videos and other gaming videos here very, very soon, so I will see you there.